Hello everyone, my name is Nikki Jenkins, and I just wanted to take a moment and share some of the external tools that I have embedded in Canvas. These were actually the ones I used last week, and they corresponded with the things that I did in class. So my students had the opportunity to get on and revisit them, or say they weren't here and they could just access it from home. So the first thing that we did was a Generation Genius video. So all they have to do is kind of click that icon and it takes them to Generation Genius. And I just want to point out that I saw in Tiffany's video that she put all of these little icons on one screen and they clicked on them. So for future, I will probably do that as well. I steal her ideas. Another part of my lessons for last week was a Beat the Teacher, which is just a quiz, and they try to see if they could beat me with answering all the questions correctly. Then this was the activity for Generation Genius, but it's also an activity in our science book. So I thought that was kind of neat. So I went ahead and did the inquiry flip chart from our science book, and I provided a link that would also take them back to the video to show them how to make these airplanes if they're not at school to do them. And in their science textbook, they have a page that allows them to record their data. So they're using the scientific method as well. And this is my favorite tool that I used last week. However, it was the most frustrating. To get to this tool, the students must first sign in to Think Central and then click this link. So once they click this link, it takes them to an investigation on using models, which is what we were working on, but it kind of also introduces camouflage. So I'm not going to go through each of these slides because that would be very tedious, but what I really liked about it is the students had an opportunity to predict which was the best hunting ground, as they would be aardvarks and they are trying to eat their prey, which are ants. And so they make the prediction, and then they get to click on what they predicted, press play, and try to eat as many ants as they can. They then record their data. So I had 10 ants. Obviously, they would wait out the 20 seconds, and then they would just record it. And they can do this on each of the surfaces. So the soil, as you can tell, it's very challenging to eat ants on this dark soil. You can't really see them. And then they get to choose sand. And after those 20 seconds, they would record their data. They also suggested doing this multiple times because we know any good investigation cannot just use one test. So then if they click onto the next slide, it tells them to refer back to their data to tell if their prediction was correct, and it goes on to further ask these important questions that I really want them to think critically about. So thank you for your time. I hope that you found a tool that you like.